to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's about 4 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at $112,130. We're going to start off here with the 4-hour chart, because yesterday I had a possible head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder head. I was talking about this could have been the right head. Measured move would have taken us all the way down to about 111,889, and I believe we went as low as 111,784. So there we go, perfect measure move, another winning trade, and a big win for the Flex Candle community. Even though it was a short, I don't really like those, but a win is a win. All right guys, so now let's start off with the weekly chart. And on the weekly chart here, yesterday you could see that we closed kind of a bearish hammer here, kind of indecisive candle, you would say. We're coming from 2 green candles from the prior weeks. We are still above the 21 moving average, which is currently at 111,296. But so far right now with this new candle, it looks like a big red engulfing candle. Obviously it just started. We have about 6 days and 4 hours before this candle closes. But if it were to close like this today, this is actually a evening star, which is a bearish pattern that would bring us down. Now if we do break the 21 moving average, the next line of defense is going to be the 50 moving average at 98,954, and I'm really hoping that that does not happen. The stochastics are reset. We look to come up, but if we zoom in here a little bit, we kind of see like this blue line is starting to roll over a little bit. It's too early to tell at the moment, but we do have to keep that in mind. And the other time frames, like the 6-day stochastics, are starting to reset. It looks pretty similar to the weekly there. The 5-day, it closes today in about 4 hours, and we're starting to lose the 21 moving average. Hopefully we could get a pump back up, maybe to 113, 114, and we could close above this 21 moving average, which is currently at 113,479. We close it below the 21 moving average. That is not looking good. Next line of defense is the 50 moving average at 102,573. Now the 4-day chart, stochastics were on the way up. It looks like we want to roll over. We also lost the 21 moving average. 3-day chart on the way up, we rolled over. We lost the 21 moving average here severely. We're trying to see if we could be held up by the 50 moving average. The 2-day chart was toppy, and we're definitely rolling over here, and we lost the 21 and the 50 moving average. This is not looking good. This also looks like it could be a head and shoulder, left shoulder. This could possibly be a head, and then could this be the right shoulder? It would be kind of like a slanted one, and that looks like it could bring us down to like about 100k, so that's not looking good either. On the 1-day chart, yesterday we closed a red candle. We were still above the 50 and the 80 moving average, and right now we have a gigantic red engulfing candle where we lost all the averages. So this closes in about 4 hours as well. It's very important that we get above at least this 100 moving average at 113,227. I would prefer it to be the 21 moving average. This really sucks because we did all this work getting up here. We were going sideways, and not just with this one candle, we just destroyed like a whole week's worth of candles here back below the 100 moving average. It's not looking good. The stochastics are on the way down. We're at least halfway down, so maybe we'll just see some pain for a couple of days before this resets. But in those couple of days, you know, a lot could happen. We could really drastically fall down. We still technically, like I was saying, this kind of looks like a head and shoulder pattern as well. The 200 moving average is at 103,591. Let's see if we could get some momentum back up here pretty soon. On the other time frames, the 22-hour chart, we're kind of low on the stochastics, but in all these charts, we currently lost the 200 moving average, so we kind of have to get slightly bearish. We are still within the range that I've been talking about, between 110k and 120k, so I can't get severely bearish unless we start closing candles under 110, but it's not looking good. It looks like we're headed down towards that way. On the 12-hour chart, same thing. We lost the 200 moving average. Stochastics still need to reset. 10-hour chart the same. 8-hour chart low on the stochastics. We still need some time to continue coming up. 6-hour chart, stochastics are low. The only thing that's good is that the stochastics are kind of low, but before they start moving up, we might still drag here for a little bit. 4-hour chart, we never fully made it all the way up. This showed some weakness. We rolled over again, and it looks like we want to continue rolling over. This is where I had the head and shoulder pattern win from yesterday, which kind of sucks. I hate taking those wins. And right now now it kind of looks like we could be forming some type of a bear flag. So let's check this out. If this were to happen, this could bring us down as low as 108,854, which I'm really hoping that this bear flag does not play out, but let's leave it there just in case. Let's see what ends up happening. We must get above this 200 moving average as soon as possible. That's currently at 112,980. We're still above 112k, but we're getting kind of weak. It looks like we want to lose it, especially with the stochastic kind of rolling over. Now overall here, I had this in a cup and handle play. Yesterday I was telling you, will the cup and handle take us to 125, or will the head and shoulders bring us to 113 or lower? The head and shoulder pattern won. I'm still going to leave this cup and handle play because I've seen this happen before, where we actually drop out of the handle, all of a sudden we get bullish and we get back into the handle and then we pop up. This happened to us about like a month and a half ago, where we did a big play, and I think that one did actually take us to like about 121k, if you guys remember that. Now on the 1 hour chart, stochastics are toppy. It looks like we're on the way down. We never were able to make it above the 21 moving average at 113,000, so this is also looking bearish. And on the 15-minute chart, stochastics are on the way down. We still again have not been able to get above any big moving averages. We have to get above the 200 moving average on this 15-minute chart as soon as possible, so that could start transferring into the higher time frames. So far we're below the 200 moving average on all the time frames minus the daily. That's the only one that's saving us, and we really don't want to go and test that. So right now guys, I have to say I have to be bearish until we get above the 200 moving average on this 4-hour chart. I still think that we're within that, like I said, range of 110k, 120k. If we break below 110, then the new range is going to be between 100 and 110k. A lot of things is showing me that we might want to go test that 110k level. So let's see what ends up happening. All right guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.